trans applicant went viral for having a lot of derogatory things to say, not only towards white men, but towards white people as a whole. I mean, she had a whole lot of negative things to say regarding the way white people have made her life and the life of Black woman a living hell. Check it out.
Okay, this isn't like full shade towards you. I just see a lot of comments like this, and this was the most recent one, so I'm just responding to this one. When white people say shit like this, it isn't the serve they think it is. Like, you're a part of the problem, fix your people, bro. Like, when white people are like,
derogatory things to say. But listening to her, you would think that this woman wants nothing to do with white people. Until you saw this. A white boyfriend. But here's why this is important. While this on the surface looks incredibly hypocritical, the reality is this is actually a lot more common than you think. Black feminists have the reputation for choosing white men or white women, preferably the deconstructed male that favors Justin Bieber or Ellen. This is very much a thing. So much so that when you saw in the comments, you had countless people basically saying, duh, this is standard operating procedure. We've all seen this before. We are all familiar with the pro-Black feminist who is constantly raging against patriarchy, constantly using woke terms, constantly talking about how much they love Black people, standing next to a white boyfriend, creating mixed kids, while at the same time raging and complaining about texturism, featurism, colorism. Like, this is standard operating procedure. And truthfully, this is one of the reasons I think Black feminism has gotten a bad rap. How can you claim to be for Black women when many of you don't even believe in creating Black women? At the same time, you are raging against the patriarchal standards that reinforce texturism and colorism and featurism. But then at the same time going and creating kids who are reinforcing that very same system of oppression, creating mulatta babies. And so this kind of hypocrisy.
Clarification there. Disliking whiteness, hating whiteness is not the same as disliking white people, especially on an individualistic level. Another clarification, being pro-Black does not mean anti-white.
So now she is defining race as a social construct, which technically she's right. We do know that there's only one race. The human thought is, okay, so if your goal as a Black woman is to fight against whiteness, fight against the social construct of whiteness, if that's like one of your ultimate goals, why would you date somebody who represents the very thing that you're trying to dismantle? Like, doesn't that seem completely and totally contradictory? This goes back to why she's getting pushback, right? She had a video basically saying dating a white guy, and she's trying to make this distinction and saying, oh, well, basically not all white people are like this. But it's like, at the end of the day, if your goal as a pro-Black woman is to try to dismantle whiteness, the social construct of whiteness, dating a white person might actually compromise your interest.
Another clarification, just because I'm with